What's up, guys? How's it going? It's been a little bit since we did our last video, and y'all, I just had so much going on in my life. Like, we're gonna start from a long, long time ago. All right, like, this is the most raw video. This is my first take of this. This is gonna be the most raw video I've ever made. Um, we got a lot to unfold. Some new things have been happening in my life. We're gonna bring up some old things. We're gonna tell you exactly everything that's been on my mind, everything that I've ever done, basically. So that's why this video is called Power in Confession, because we are gonna confess, and there is power in confession, especially like if you're talking to God. Really quickly before we get started, um, just like when we're talking to God, why are we trying to tell him a lie when he already knows the truth? Like, why are we trying to lie about things that are going on in our lives? Like, no, that's not happening, but it's clearly happening, and God sees that anyway. So why are you lying? But yeah, bro. So we're just gonna start out with a couple things. So if you don't know who I am, how's it going? My name is Zach Hope, and I was born and raised in a little small town in Alabama called Sylacauga. Some may know it, most don't. And I'm 19 years old at the moment. Currently going to college in Southern Alabama. So yeah, like this is just the most raw video ever. Like no editing, no voice like enhancement, no nothing. Like terrible lighting, just literally in my bedroom right now because I'm home for the summer from college. And yeah, so let's start out with kind of like this. Like I wasn't really raised in like I was raised to go to church. Like we did go to church when I was little, but like we just went to like a small Baptist, just in my hometown. We went because we had to, basically. Like, or speaking for myself, I went because I had to. I didn't get a say. I didn't want to wake up on Sundays. I wanted to play with my wrestlers. I liked WWE and Beyblades and all this other type of stuff. I liked everything but Jesus. Like I thought church was just a thing holding me back. Like why am I not up playing my WWE action figures on a Sunday morning? That was the only thing going through my mind. but but yeah, dude, like, and very, very early on, I'm trying not to skip anything, but very early on, I just I had no like actual connection with Jesus at all. Had to go to church and that's it. Never really knew who Jesus was at all. And we go on past that. And then at a very early age, I'd probably say about 12, 13, I was first um, introduced to pornography. And I found it on my own. I found it on my own. I remember exactly where I was the first time I did. Like, it feels so weird to say this, but finally so good to be able to just confess. Confession so good. I remember the first time like I did the act, like with myself, aka masturbation, of course. I was in Panama City Beach. No one ever told me how to do it. I never saw it anywhere. I literally just did it. Like literally just did it, and I was so confused. I didn't know what was going on. I was like low key freaking out, and I don't know. It's crazy to think about, and it followed me all the way up until now. Like literally, I'm being so just raw with this. Okay, I still deal with it, man. When you deal with something for that long, it's hard to shake it. And I've said, oh, I've broken it. I've broken it for so long. You stop for a couple weeks and then you go on. And I think the longest I've ever even stopped for, ever since knowing it, is like a month, maybe. And it makes you just feel so dirty because after you do it, you go to school the next day, or you go to church. Even worse, you go to church the next day, and you feel like everybody saw you naked. Like everybody saw exactly what you were doing. Like literally, that's how you feel. You feel like everybody's just staring at you. And dude, like, it's just that's been one of the biggest things that's hurt me for so long, bro. And it's like, God, I want to give it up, but it's almost like it's not letting me, you know? We're gonna try not to get emotional in this, too. But the next few things I'm gonna bring up, they might trigger it. So yeah, after that, I don't know, maybe I was like junior year, um, senior year, whatever. I was just sitting at a cafeteria. I didn't have that many friends in high school for real. Not even like real ones anyway. Like I never hung out with the people at my school outside of school unless it was like tennis. I forgot to play tennis. Yeah, that's another thing about me. Um, but yeah, like I never hung out with them. If I did talk to them, it was just to talk to them. Never really knew them that well. Because I was not a popular kid in high school. Like if someone said, "Who is that Cope?" They'd be like, "I don't know." But if they just saw like a picture of me, they'd been like, "Oh yeah, I saw that quiet kid with his like his head down before. They used to cry a lot in middle school, dude. That was me. I used to cry a lot for no reason in middle school and elementary school and everything, and then high school. I tried to get myself up into like talking to the popular people, but I stuttered and I just wasn't cool to them. So I don't know. High school, for the most part, was just really hard for me. Senior year, I think I started to just grow up a little bit and maybe, I don't know. I connected with a lot more people like the last few weeks of my senior year, but that may be just because people were like, thank goodness I don't have to see this guy anymore. Um, but yeah, like I'm trying to remember where I was going with that. But but yeah, oh here we go. So this is actually how I kind of first got to know Jesus because my friend Braden, which will bring him into the conversation in a little bit, but this guy named Nick Bryant, fat chance he sees this, but Nick Bryant, that went to Sylacauga High School. We were just sitting at a lunch table, and one of my other friends, I'm not going to say his name, but he was talking about getting his sucked and all this other type of stuff. And I was like, yeah, man, you go for it. You're the man. I was like, now looking back on it, it's terrible. And Nick, he said, why do you do that, bro? Because I had a cross necklace on at the time. And he said, why do you do that, bro? Like, how are you going to say something like that when you got a cross right around your neck? Whoa. Slapped me right in the face. I couldn't say anything. I sat there for a little bit. Then I said, well, what? Do you think you're just a better Christian than me or something? And then he said, no, I don't. And then I went silent. I didn't talk for the rest of the time. I sat there, hands folded, fetal position. Like, dude, I was, I was stunned. Nick Bryant was so cold right there, dude. Like he had that aura coming off of him. But yeah, dude, I haven't really talked to him since a whole lot. Like I've seen him graduation and everything. But we're in the year 2025. I graduated in 2024. Um, May 2025, might I add. And yeah, I don't know where bro's at now. I don't know what he's doing. Uh, but I'm hoping he's doing well, man. I'm hoping he's staying blessed. But like I said, Braden Culver, my best friend, the one that stuck with me through all my times, even acting that way. And I don't know if he remembers this. He'll probably see this video, but I used to tell him about how I wanted to just go and have sex with girls before, like that's all I've wanted all my life is I wanted to go have sex. I wanted to go have sex. I would like, dude, I'm gonna tell y'all some stuff. I'm gonna tell y'all some stuff. I would try to get on like Tinder and stuff. The minute I turned 18, I downloaded Tinder. I'm not 10 right now. I'm telling you, this porn addiction, this sex drive because of porn, just it followed me. It still follows me. Not like right there here in this moment, of course, but it's like it still won't leave you alone. And yeah, getting back to Braden. I'm sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. I just got so much to tell y'all about what is wrong with my life. And don't get me wrong, I don't have a terrible life. I'm just telling you, like, dude, I don't tell people this. Why in the world would anybody video themselves doing this? Because it's confession, dude. There's power in confession. God already knows all this, so why the heck am I ashamed to share it with y'all? You know, the big man already knows. And Braden, he he used to send me Bible verses and written out messages saying like, "Hey, Jesus loves you, my brothers and sisters in Christ, my siblings in Christ." And dude, he'd spam it, but because he was on fire for Jesus, he loved it, and he still is. But at the time, he was just really like, he sent it to me, and it was like, it was for a reason. It had to have been. It was so targeted. And dude, I lashed out at him. I remember exactly what I said. I said, "Dude, stop spamming me. Like, stop sending me this crap, honestly." And he never really stopped sending it. He just kind of kept sending it, and I was like, all right, bro, this guy's not quitting. Let me at least check out what he's sending me. I started watching the stuff, and it was because he didn't give up on me. Jesus was sending him to send me things, to reach out to me, just to show me and represent Jesus to me. And I think that really started just a fire for wanting to seek him. So we get in, and I get baptized. I'm still at my senior year, by the way. I get baptized, all right? First time me actually baptized, like, I'm doing this. But let me tell y'all something. I did it for the wrong reason. I did it for the exact wrong reason. In a small town like Sylacauga, I don't know if this is the same everywhere else, but for my circumstance, when you got baptized, if you went into school the next day or wherever you went, you get recognition. You post all over Facebook, you get recognition, and attention. So when people came up to me at school, "Hey, dude, congratulations on getting baptized, man. That's awesome. Good job, bro." Like, I did something. I didn't do nothing, man. And when you get baptized and you accept Jesus into your heart, truly, you still didn't do nothing. All you did was publicly announce that you are now a follower of Christ. Like, you're just showing it. But I felt like I did something. I did something. That was me. I was getting all this attention for it. Sorry, y'all. And it's like, what the heck was I thinking? So time goes on. I'm still living that lukewarm life. And I really didn't even go to church that much still. Like, I'd go just so, people see the newly baptized guy at church. But was I even caring about the songs? Was I even actually listening to the words and what they were meaning and saying? No. Did I listen to that kind of music outside of church? No. I was listening to rap, Lil Baby, uh, Lil Nas X, all this other type of stuff. I don't know why I can't like breathe right now. But yeah, I was just doing all the wrong things. Like, I wasn't even saying that I was following Jesus. Sometimes I would, but I'd rarely bring him up. But I was living this just dark life of, I would get into drinking, I drank around people just to do it, to be cool. I picked up vape for a while, like only on vacation to look cool in Florida, I never did it because I enjoyed it. I did it because everybody else was doing it. So I was like, let me do something to be cool, And I don't know, man. Like, there was just so many things I was doing for attention and to be cool and to people please, So after a while, I get convicted. I don't even know how this even came about, but I go to Church of the Highlands. That's where I currently go. I love that church, loving people. I believe it's one of the biggest, if not the biggest church in Alabama. And it's a non-denominational church. And I go to the little small groups right here in Sylacauga. I don't know if they still do them, but at the year that I was here, my senior year, they would have it on Wednesday nights, 7 p.m. all the way till I don't even remember when we felt like stopping. And I met some really, really good friends there. Met some genuine kids that did homeschool. I was a public school kid, so I went in there with a dirty mind and all this other type of stuff. I was still holding on to it all. But this time I was actually trying to get into it, I guess. And then I met this girl here that I didn't even find attractive. But I led her on, and she got mad at me, so I stopped going for a little while because I was scared to run into her. And then I come back after some time in hopes that she's not there, and she's not there. She's like at college or something. And I don't know, dude. Like, I fell back in love with it. I fell in love with actually being there and actually getting to know Jesus. But at the same time, I was still doing porn. I was still doing the stuff, of course, because like I said, I've still dealt with it now, even in college. I mean, I was in a college town. Tinder had my Tinder Gold and everything. Had to have the distance to like 10 miles or whatever, so I could drive for a quick whatever if I met somebody. But thankfully, I did not. I did not meet anybody on there, which is great. Actually, I have a story later. I have a story very, very much so later, but I got to get it off my chest because it's a confession thing. I have to. And yeah, dude, I was just so down bad. Even though I was, you know, represent myself as the Christian guy. Even my people at college, they call me Christian Zach because we got this other friend. His name's Blue Collar Zach. So when they talk about me, they're like, hey, "Y'all want to go to Blue Collar Zach's room or Christian Zach's room?" You know, like it's kind of funny. But like, if you ask people here at Silicaga or Silicaga High School, I was that weird kid that was probably wanting, watched weird stuff and everything. I was probably that weird kid that nobody really knew. And then you ask people at college, and I'm this Christian guy that doesn't do anything wrong and doesn't cuss, and he's just a goody two shoes. But in all reality, I'm making this kind of video, and if people from my college see this, they're gonna be like, "Oh my gosh, who is this kid?" Like, it's like that. And I'm super talkative at the college now. Like, I've grown up to be just like the person I wanted to be back in high school, but I'm at him now. And I don't know. And I'm still broken. Like, people still think I have it all together. But yeah, like I've been going like ever since then, like actually like going. And then right there in, it had to been September. Yeah, it had to been September because I left for college in August of 2024. And I finally got baptized one last time. I remember on the Wednesday night I got baptized again, for real this time. None of my family was around. It was just my friends from the Church of the Highlands Wednesday night stuff, or motion night is what it's called. Yeah. And I don't know, dude. It was special. Like, it was sincere. Like, Zach, do you believe in Jesus Christ? Do you accept Him as your Lord and Savior? I said absolutely. That's the word I said. I said absolutely. And when I said that, and I went underneath the water, I came back up. I didn't feel anything, but you know what I did feel? Like, I finally meant it. I actually meant it. I went into college, trying my best not to watch anything explicit. Trying to watch my mouth around everybody, because if I'm gonna say you shouldn't be cussing, then I don't need to be cussing as well. Like, I didn't pick up any alcohol. I didn't pick up any vapes. I haven't done that in a year now, like a year or two now. So it's pretty special to say that I've grown. I've actually grown. Am I perfect? No. I mean, heck no. Like, I can never be. But dude, I also picked up another problem, and this isn't until I started watching Bryce Crawford. Bryce Crawford has helped me through so much. I just got through with one of his live podcast shows in Atlanta, Georgia. Dude, 10 out of 10, bro. I needed it. It was like 3 days ago. It was on a Sunday, May 18th, and dude, it was so beautiful. But yeah, it brings me to this now. A problem that I've been just it's been ongoing for a while now. Ever since, all right, it was like 2 weeks or a week before Thanksgiving 2024. I used to drink a lot of energy drinks. I used to like literally have like 4 a day sometimes, and it'd be crazy, you know, like, you shouldn't be doing that. And then I'd go get coffee right after, and then I'd have like sodas and stuff, and I never drank water. I rarely drank water. It was very bad. I didn't eat that healthy, and I don't know, like, I never put on any weight. I never felt bad. My chest never hurt. The week before 2024 Thanksgiving, I was driving home after tennis, and I'm almost on my driveway. My legs go numb. My heart starts beating out of my chest. I said, oh my goodness, I am having a heart attack. It finally caught up to me. All the Red Bulls finally caught up to me because I drank 2 of them on the way home. That's why I didn't tell anybody. I drank 2 of them on the way home too. Like literally, if there was a 2 for $5 deal, I was on that. Get 4 of them for $10. I'd walk in there with a 20, bro. You'd go crazy. And I was like, dude, they finally got me. Like, they finally got me. This is where I go out. I speed up, mind you. I'm doing like 80 on that little 45 back way to my house. And I finally get in my driveway. I pull in as much as I can because I feel like I'm about to pass out. So I stand up so I don't pass out. Dummy. And I run inside and I act like everything's okay. I lay down and it just keeps like, it keeps going. It keeps going. I'm like, oh my goodness, like I'm going to die. I'm going to die. And then it stopped for just a little bit, like that much bit. I said, look, if it happens again, I'm going and I'm telling my mom. It started immediately, like pounding again. I said, I hopped up, I went there in the kitchen with where my mom is, and I was like, I'm having a heart attack. Like, I need to go to the hospital right now. And she gets my daddy on the phone. He's like, he's fine. I'm like, I'm having a heart attack. Please, like, save me, you know? And apparently I was having a panic attack, but about nothing, bro. Like, what do you mean I was having a panic attack? I have developed ever since then the worst stress and anxiety apparently. But I keep saying to these doctors, like, it because we've been to the doctor, we've got scans. I'm having heart attacks. I'm having heart problems. I'm having chest problems. I'm like, dude, why? Why is this happening to me, God? Because I always listen to Bryce Crawford, and he talks about all the time how God took away his stress and anxiety. And it's like I have these conversations. And look, I'm gonna get emotional. I'm sorry, but I have this conversation with God all the time. Like, why won't you take away mine? You know? I feel like if you really, like, this is how I feel. This is confession. But sometimes I'd even say to God, like, look, if you really loved me, you take it away. Like, why won't you do it to me, but you will to him or anybody else? Like, what makes me so less than, you know? And I don't know. Like, I've only talked to my Snapchat memories that I don't save. Like, I used to have like such a good life in a way because I never had this problem. But here lately, at 19 years old, really 18, because I was 18 at the time, but 18 to 19 years old, I felt like I'm supposed to die. I don't know when my next day is going to be. And this may be a lesson that God's trying to teach me, though, because I used to take for granted waking up another day. Oh, I forget to pray. I forget to pray for this food. I forget to pray as soon as I woke up. I forgot to pray as soon as I went to sleep. And maybe, sorry, and maybe it's like God telling me like, hey, be thankful for another day, you know? I still forget. Don't let me fool you, please. Please don't let me fool you. I still forget to pray sometimes. I still forget to thank God for another day. But maybe it's to teach me a lesson like, hey, be more thankful for another day. Because right there, hey, I just had a little chest pain right there. Like right when I'm talking to y'all. It did a little palpitation. Like literally this stuff hurts physically. I've always wanted to ask Bryce Crawford. I didn't get to talk to him at his live podcast because I couldn't stay after because I had to get home. Because it was a 2-hour drive. But I wanted to stay after and just talk to dude. I send him so many things on Instagram he doesn't see. I know. I'm not famous enough for that. I probably will never get famous, even though this is my dream job. I don't want to go to college. I don't want to play tennis. I don't want to do any of this stuff. If I'm being so honest right now, I don't want to do anything but what I'm doing right now, talking to a camera, talking to people. I want to talk to real people. I want to talk about people. I want to talk to people about Jesus. I want to do this stuff that Bryce Crawford's doing. I told Bryce plainly the videos that he hasn't seen. I'm like, I don't want to be Zach Cope. I want to be Bryce Crawford. And that's such a bad thing to say. And I've talked to God about it. And I'm like, God, I know this sounds wrong, but I don't want to be who you made me to be, you know? And I don't even know who you made me to be for real. All I see is a kid that has like a 2 point whatever GPA now just because he failed his first math class, first year of school, barely passed his first English, had to drop his other English because he's failing classes and doing stuff when he's actually trying. It's like I'm not smart enough for it, dude. I don't know. I just want to be like everybody else sometimes, but that's so bad because they say not to compare yourself. But it's like, dude, everybody else has got, and I kind of do too now, but I'm scared about this. Like, I'm trying not to jump from subject to subject. Let's finish up this. I'm tired of the chest pain. I've told God I'm tired. I'm sick and tired. I want to be healed. But which way is it going to heal me? Is it going to heal me by actually taking it away, or is it going to kill? Like, am I going to be dead? Am I going to finally have the heart attack that I know is happening, or what I really don't want to believe, but I keep believing that it's a heart attack and chest pain, even though then it's a panic attack or whatever. And my stress and anxiety, and I didn't have that until 2024, the fall of 2024. Like, why? Why am I having this? I don't really know. Bro, it's scary not knowing things. And I know as a Christian, when you start following Jesus, when you become a follower of Christ, you're gonna enter a world of things you don't know. A lot of times you don't know what's going on. And I'm trying to be content with that, but I don't think I even can be content with that, you know? Like, how in the world am I not gonna know what's going on? Like, that's crazy to me. Dude, and I cried way more than this yesterday. I was feeling way more emotional than I am right now. I don't know why, but because this actually hurts me and touches me. And right now, it's not touching me as much. But I couldn't make the video last night because my parents were up and everything, and I don't want to cry and make this kind of video, even though they might see it. I don't want to make this in front of them because it hurts my heart, and it'll hurt theirs if they know that I'm hurting and struggling, and I've been wanting to make this kind of video for so long and tell somebody, because I've been talking to God, and I know He's listening, but sometimes it's hard to believe that when I don't hear Him talking back or showing me things in my life. I don't know if He's showing me signs. If He is, I'm not a very good sign taker. When I was bawling my eyes out last night, I was Snapchatting Braden, purple snapping Braden, sending him videos, probably scaring him to death about me because they were asking me, like, hey, are you okay? And I posted things on my Instagram, dude, are you okay? Like, are you okay, bro? And I keep saying, yeah, I'm great, man. But I'm not great, bro. I'm hurt. I'm broken. I am the most broken version of myself. And Jesus, that's a good thing, though. Jesus tells us to come to Him as we are. And it's usually people are broken, then they come to Jesus and get better. Dude, I was great, and then I came to Jesus, and then I became broken. It's like I found God, and I finally start breaking down and worrying about things. I thought it's supposed to be the other way around, you know? But yeah, heart palpitations. I can't have caffeine and energy drinks, which I love, and coffee. Coffee's not so bad, but energy drinks, I even take a sip or a half of one, I go crazy. Like, let me show y'all really quickly. Sorry. This Red Bull, I drank half of it yesterday, and because I'm still wanting to drink them. I'm not listening to what the doctors say about not having caffeine because apparently I have POTS or whatever, and it like, I don't know. That's what also keeps making me think it's my heart because of the energy drinks I had last year, and then now I'm still wanting to drink them. Now that I know I can't, it's tough, dude. It's so tough. And yes, it's an addiction. It's a caffeine addiction. If I don't admit that it's an addiction, then I'll be lying to myself. This is a confession thing. This is real. This is raw. This is 100% how I feel. Like, dude, like, I'm not bawling right now, but I feel like I should be, like I'm hurt. I'm hurt. I'm broken. Like, God, please listen. I know you're listening, but golly, I really hope, like, here's also, like, me making this video, let me be so honest. I don't even feel like people are going to watch this because I'm not famous. I'm not Bryce Crawford. And that's what makes me sick at the end of the day. I want this to be my job, It is jealousy at the end of the day, too. And I've idolized Bryce before. Like, I've done a lot of things, even when I'm trying to do good and watch good things, I turn it into bad. That's how sinful I am. I'm broken, bro. I'm broken. But yeah, let's just cap this off right here. The heart palpitations, heart attack, possibly, anxiety, depression. I don't know. I don't know, y'all. I'm so confused and so broken in so many ways, and I don't feel like I'm getting answers. maybe I'm just impatient, and maybe God's going to show me something. Man, there's not a whole lot of faith, and maybe that's the problem, you know? And yeah, I had more I wanted to talk about, but right now I'm kind of just stumped. Here's my wish. I wish that I could just give up all the porn forever. This heart, I prayed so many prayers to God for him to take it away, but it's not gone. And why is it not gone? Why was Bryce's able to be taken away? And I know Bryce went through years of it, and I haven't even went through a year of it yet. But dude, I don't want to go through a year of it. I don't want to go through one more day of it. I'm tired of feeling like I'm going to have a heart attack every time I do anything. I didn't have anything today. I didn't have any caffeine besides maybe like a sweet tea. And I drank a lot of water, and I'm doing the right stuff, I think. I'm eating okay. I don't know. I'm so confused. I'm so confused. I am more broken and more confused than I've ever been. And somehow, when I'm a Christian, I feel like I'm in a darker place than when I was when I didn't even know God. This is just how I feel. Like, this is me. I'm tired of my arm pulping every time because they said that your left arm is supposed to hurt when you're having a heart attack too. I'm tired of so much happening. I'm tired. I'm tired of, like, I put on belly fat now. I put on so much belly. That's another thing. I've just been so like insecure about things. I'm skinny, everything, everywhere on my body. And I do mean like everywhere, arms, legs, everything. But then I'm starting to put on a little bit of pudge right here in my stomach. And it's like every time I eat something, it's like it hurts. I have stomach ache. It don't matter what it is. It doesn't matter. My stomach growls. It hurts. It twitches. My back hurts. My kidneys, they pulse sometimes just from me just living and breathing. Sometimes when my chest, it just jabs me and stabs me. Sometimes it doesn't. I'm like, why is it so inconsistent that I feel out of breath? Like someone just kicked me in the gut. I don't understand. And then another thing. This is what I'm going on to right now in this moment. Here at the moment, all my life I've been praying for a girlfriend. And I've tried girlfriends. And I've wanted them for the wrong reasons. Every other girl besides the girl that I'm with right now, I've wanted for wrong reasons. And you know what? The girl I'm with right now, I at first wanted her only for the wrong reasons. I'll tell y'all why. I know this is a long video, but this is me. This is me. I know it's a long video, but it's shorter than what I want to spend talking about this. I want to spend years making this video, just to be honest with you, because there's so much, but I've had to narrow it down for the sake of wanting to share my story. And this girl right now, I'm gonna reveal her, just her first name. Her name is Anna. I'm with Anna right now, not official girlfriend, but talking stage, and that's what's kind of killing me. I've wanted to lock in for so long, but I literally only know on her like 2 weeks now, maybe. I don't know. I don't know if God put her in my life for a reason. I want to say it's obvious that he did, but like, for what reason? I don't know what reasons there are in my life that things are happening. You know what I'm saying? Like, things happen in my life, and it's like, all right, why is that happening? No response from God. And maybe he is responding. Maybe I'm just not listening. And I've tried to shut up and listen to him, but I don't hear anything still. I haven't gotten encountered by God like everybody else has. I haven't gotten these things that people are saying they have. I don't have these spiritual gifts. I can't just do this stuff. I'm tired of not feeling like I'm up there. Like, my faith isn't meant to be genuine. I'm not allowed to have real faith in God and have that real relationship, even when I try the most. And then when I do, porn addiction, chest problems, heart attack, Tired of this, man. I'm sick and tired. I'm hurting. God, I'm broken and I'm hurting and I need you. I prayed that prayer so many times. I'm literally on YouTube crying right now, bawling my eyes out just like I have every night for at least this past week, because I've just talked about it and been so honest with God, and I've been confessing because there's power in confession. And my whole family's asleep right now, so I'm trying not to be loud. But dude, I'm hurt. I'm hurt, man. I don't know what he's wanting me to do with Anna. When I first met Anna, we met on Tinder. You know why? Because I planned on that night to go to somebody's house, just like I always did. You know, I wanted to go. And then, she lives on campus with me, college campus. And you know what? I wanted to text her that night for her to come over. Come over, right? So dumb, bro. So dumb. And the first thing, we started talking about, we were just talking. We haven't talked about doing it, We've talked about not doing it. She's helped me, but I've also not gotten sleep, and that's bad for my heart because I keep thinking I'm having heart problems, chest problems. And when you don't sleep and then you try to drink caffeine, or if you just don't sleep, it's bad. It's bad for your heart. It's bad for your chest. It's bad for your health. And it's not that she kept me up. I just wanted to drive because she doesn't have a car, and I wanted to drive to 20 minutes away, a town 20 minutes from the town that my college is in, and then drive back, And but I drive over to her apartment just so we can listen to worship music for hours in the car. We just listen to worship music and we pray and we talk about things. But I don't know if she's the one for me. I don't know, for real. We'll just be honest with you. I wanted to text her for so long, but I'm afraid if I text her and say, hey, I don't know if you're the one for me, she's going to think I'm like breaking up with her or not wanting her or something, or I don't know if we're equally yoked. And it's not because she has so many problems and I don't. I have problems too, and that's why I may think we're unequally yoked. Just because she has different problems than me doesn't mean I get to judge her for her problems. Like, I don't have the heart to tell her that. I haven't had the heart to talk to her about that. The night I went to Bryce's podcast, I talked to this one girl about this whole situation with Anna, and she was like, just pray to God if you should call her or not. And, I prayed and, no answer from God, but I was like, all right, let me just do it anyway. It's like, I don't think I've really ever gotten an answer from God. Like, that's what I'm saying. I feel like I'm not answered by anybody. I'm trying to talk to God, and it feels like he doesn't answer me back. He's listening, but he's not answering. It's like Bryce, though. I try to DM him and get a hold of him and tag him and stuff and get him to repost some of my TikToks sometimes. I'm just telling you the truth. And he doesn't even look at the messages, I don't know, dude. It feels like people are too important for me or too famous, and I'm just not. But I'm over here wanting to be because I want this to be my job and not some 9 to 5 or somewhere where I had to get a college degree in. I want to quit college right now, but I don't want to live in Sylacauga, Alabama forever. I want to leave here too. I want to move. I want to move to LA just like Bryce. I want to make these videos. I want to do this, bro. Because I have a story now, kind of like Bryce. I don't know, man. It's so selfish, but this is just how I feel. I don't know if Anna's the one for me because at first sight I wanted sex out of her, but I never told her that. And now I don't know if I want a real relationship with her too, Because I feel like maybe she's not the one for me. Maybe I should, I feel like I should have someone like Maddie, like Bryce has. I don't know. Because me and her, I don't know, dude. But I've also not given it enough time. But I've asked God, if she's the one for me, take her away, take her away. Still, I just feel no response. I don't feel a response, either a yes or a no. I've not felt God before. I don't know what feeling God's supposed to be like. I don't know what feeling God's supposed to sound like or what. I don't know. I don't know. Another thing, I don't know. It's frustrating, man. I'm very frustrated. I've been frustrated, by the way, just I look, man. Why do I have long hair? Why do I have long hair? No girls think this is good. They want the fluffy hair. They want hair like Bryce does, He just got a mullet. Well, guess what I've been wanting ever since I'm getting a haircut tomorrow. And when I get a haircut, all I do is get the ends cut off and I get a little fade underneath now, just to change it up. I want to do a mullet, I'm getting a haircut tomorrow and I want to do a mullet like Bryce. I wanted to have fluffy hair. I want to do all this stuff. Why am I this way? Dude, I just haven't been secure in being me, bro. I don't want to be me. I've told God before I don't want to be me. There's nothing special about being me. Apparently people tell me that I impact them, but how? It is only people I've talked to in person, And it's very few. Some people think I'm not cool. I'm scared to play worship music sometimes in front of people. I don't know. It's been hard wanting to make this video because it's so hard admitting all this, but this is the 100% truth, bro. Like, I haven't gotten to the point where I feel like I'm wanting to take my life like Bryce did, you know? But I'm just sitting here in this pool of I don't know, and I'm hurting and I'm broken. And I want to be this way. I don't want to be the way I am right now and all this other type of stuff. This is 100% how I feel right there, right here in this moment. And I just, I feel frustrated. I feel so frustrated. And I don't know if I'm going to be good enough for Anna. And I'm also scared to lose her, though, because it took me 2 years to even find a girl that found me attractive with the long hair. I wanted to cut my hair like Bryce and them because and have fluffy hair that goes all around because that's what the popular kids do. You know, that's what the popular kids and the people that get the pretty girls have. And Anna is beautiful. Anna is a beautiful girl, and that's why I feel like I'm being unfair to her. And I haven't had the courage to have this kind of conversation with her. I'm weird, bro. I still watch SpongeBob. I do all this kitty stuff. I always have messy rooms and everything. Like, I'm still a little child, bro. Still a little child, a child that has never had a real job before. He gets money from his parents. Spoiled kid. I'm a spoiled kid, bro. I've never had to work and worry a day in my life. So why do I have anxiety? Why do I have depression? Why do I have this stuff that I shouldn't have? And why is God allowing it? I've never made a video where I'm expressing and being open and vulnerable and bawling on YouTube, on the internet, that probably no one's even going to see this video anyway. But, and I'm usually trying to lift people up, but dude, it's time for y'all to finally see that I'm trying to lift y'all up, but my goodness, I'm still flat on the floor. My dead weight is still flat on the floor. I'm broken. I don't want to play tennis anymore. I don't want to go to college. I don't want to do this stuff. I'm tired of college, bro. I'm not good at school. I hate school. It's terrible. It's not fun. I'm not smart like them. It's a literal pain for me to have to get up and go do that stuff. Tennis, I've gotten just tired of it. It hurts me to play tennis. My heart rate goes too fast. It hurts. I get dehydrated way too often. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I keep saying I'm happy. And I am. I really want to believe I am anyway. Because I have nothing to worry about in my life. Sorry, that's my dog in the background. But I'm not like the other people. I'm not like other people. I'm just tired. If I can look in this camera and say one more thing, it's couple more things. It's this. This is my message to God too. I'm tired. I'm tired and I'm broken. I want to be healed. Why aren't you healing me? But I'm also not holding up my end of the stick a lot of times. I struggle to read the Bible. I struggle to even want to even pick it up. I'll open it and just let it sit there. Where's my Bible? I think it's probably closed right now, but usually it's just sat on my desk open from where I opened it to a random page or John where I've already read. I don't like reading the Old Testament. I don't like the names. I don't like all that stuff. If I'm going to read anything, I'll read the New Testament. But where do I even find these problems? Where do I do research? Do other people Google like a problem and then find it in the Bible like I do? Or do other people actually just read the straight up Bible and then look for something in the context, in the text already? I feel like I've been doing such a poopy job of following Jesus and doing what a real Christian should. I choose my phone over a lot of things. I leave likes and reposts on everything. That's not very cool to me. That's not what a lot of cool, famous people want to do. And you want to be famous, Zach? I'm a geek. I'm a nerd. I like colognes and fragrances. And I wonder why I don't have any money. I do have money, but it's money that people give me. I just blow it and I burn it on random stuff. I'm wondering why I'm starting to put on belly fat, but I eat a bunch of snacks at night. I don't go to sleep. I stay up watching videos. I don't have a good sleep schedule. I wonder why all this stuff is happening to me. I need to get my life together. For goodness sakes, I am on YouTube making this video, the most embarrassing video of myself. This broken, porn addicted, angry, I lash out at people. I lash out at people and I don't have any reason to. So let's see all the things I've been dealing with the most: porn addiction, anger, idolization, lack of faith in God. Because it's why am I having chest problems? Why won't He let me be healed? Like, please just stop letting this pain onto me. Like, that's one of the questions I have for Bryce. Is when he had his anxiety and everything. Did it even cause him pain? I remember him saying before pain, but like, was it physical? Did you think you were gonna die? Because I do. I feel like I'm gonna die. I just had this question for him. I just ask. I really want to know, but I can't ever know because he won't ever answer me because I'm not famous enough. Like, it seems unfair. I feel like I'm not bashing Bryce. I love Bryce. That's the thing. I love Bryce. That's the reason I'm upset that I can't talk to him because I want him. I want to be like him. I want to be best friends with him. I'm in Alabama and he used to be in Georgia. Now he's in California. He's where I want to be. He's exactly the person I want to be. It's hard not to idolize somebody when they're doing and accomplishing and being everything you've ever wanted. I'm in college. I'm going into my second year, having to retake 2 classes. Not having a clue what he wants to get a degree in. I don't want to get a degree in anything. I want to drop out. If you want to know, because I haven't spent a penny on that college. Gas, sure, but besides, and food and everything that goes along with it, sure, but like the actual college, I haven't paid a penny to that college. I want to drop out and I want to become a YouTuber. I want to make content, you know? I want to make genuine stuff, bro. I want to be a more genuine person. I want better, more Christian friends that does funny things. I want to wear the aesthetic clothes. I want to do all this stuff, man. I want to do this stuff. I want to be a changed person. I want to be a cleaner person. My room's a mess right now. That's why I'm videoing the door because my room's a mess. I'm a messy person. I don't clean up a lot, I'm tired of being Zach Cope. Like, if you guys just really want to know the truth, I'm tired. I'm tired. I don't want to be this person anymore. And don't you worry. Don't let this video scare me. I don't have any suicidal thoughts, but I don't want to be this person. That's the thing. I'm scared to death. That's why I'm so scared to die. Because sometimes I'm wondering if I'm even going to get into heaven because of the crap that I pull. I don't know, man. If I think of anything, I might make another one of these in the future. Hopefully things have changed by then. I'm going to continue to try to be famous. The thing is, I don't even really want the fame that much. I just want to make videos and people see them and enjoy them and actually get closer to God because that's really what I want. That's what I want for myself too. I want to get closer to God. I'm tired of going back to my old ways as soon as I get that much close. Never heard God, never talked to him really, and received word back from him. But he's done a lot of things in my life. He really has. He saved my pop, my granddaddy, but I call him Pop, from a horrible car wreck that he should have died in. There's so much, my stomach's rumbling right now. I'm wanting to go eat something right now. And then I'm going to complain later on why my stomach hurts and why this stuff happens. It's not good for you to eat at night because you're laying down, you're not doing anything, you're not exercising it off. But when I exercise my food off, it hurts. I start having heart palpitations, doing all this stuff. I don't know, dude. I've talked to God about this stuff for a long time, and I've been wanting to just talk to somebody about it. Like, literally considering getting a therapist, but I feel like God should be my ultimate therapist. I feel like that God shouldn't let this happen, you know? I feel like so many things. I feel like God should take mine away. Why not? You know? It feels so selfish. I'm not trying to bash God. I love God. I really do. And sometimes I don't even show it. Most of the time, I don't even show that I love God through the way that I live my life. I'm wondering why people don't tell me that they see Jesus in me. I don't know. Maybe because I don't glow like everybody else, bro. I have a beard, a nasty old beard now that I thought was cool. I have long hair. I don't have the fluffy hair with the clean face. I don't know, man. I'm gonna hop up out of here though. I love y'all. God bless every single one of y'all. I pray. Let's end this in a prayer. Dear God, just thank you for allowing me to just share with everybody that's watching this, God, just how I'm feeling and how everything's been going in my life, God. Like, I'm a broken, dirty person, God. I pray right now. I'm trying to even attach some faith into this prayer, God, but it's so hard to. Just being so honest. Please, God, hear me and answer me right now in Jesus' name. Please, God. I want to change. I want to be healed, God. I want to be healed. Please, God. I'm so broken. I am the most dirty, broken version of myself. So if that is true, that all I have to do is come to you, even if I'm at my darkest, lowest, most dirty, most broken version of myself place. If all I have to do is that, is just come to you, please let me be healed. God, I want to be healed. I don't want this chest pain anymore. I want to be made new. I want to be different. A changed person, God. I thank you. I worship you. Thank you so much, God, for everything you do. Please, Jesus, change my life. Change the lives of others across the screen, God. I've been so selfish, but I thank you so much for everything you do, Jesus. It's in Jesus' mighty name I pray. Amen. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate y'all more than you know. I'm hoping this actually reaches a few people at least.